Hello and welcome to another Simply Gregster EV review. Today we have a 2024 Polestar 2 rear-wheel drive, long range. Last weekend in France we had a 2023 front-wheel drive, standard range Polestar 2, so I just wanted to do a little comparison. I had a few messages in my inbox saying that it's not a fair comparison. You drove the outgoing car, so I managed to get my hands on a 2024. This is a rear-wheel drive, 82 kilowatt hour battery, about 300 horsepower, about 70 horsepower more than the previous model. Still retains 155, 160 kilowatt charging. So we're gonna drive it, we're gonna charge it, we're gonna hit up a cool charging site like we always do. You know I'm a big fan of cool charging sites. And so here it is. This is a 2024 Polestar 2. This is a rear-wheel drive model, as I mentioned previously. So 82 kilowatt hour battery pack, about 300 horsepower, rear-wheel drive. The outgoing model, or the old model, was front-wheel drive. So that's going to be interesting to see. As I said, about 300 horsepower. I believe it still retains the 155, 160 kilowatt charging. We are going to go charge it later. So that should be pretty fun. We're going to hit up a cool charger. So here we go. We'll just give it a quick walk around. Looks roughly the same. They made some cosmetic updates. The wheels on it are new. They changed some of the front grille as well. The front fascia is a bit different. They changed the insert. So we're gonna go and drive it. We're gonna see what's what, and hopefully we'll have a good day of it. We are inside the 2024 Polestar 2 currently. Interior is still about the same. Like I said, this is a car that does get driven, so it's a bit dirty in here. But the interior is pretty much the same as the car we had last week, except this one has the Harman Kardon, the HK system in it. We're showing 180 kilometers of range, 35% state of charge. It's a bit cold today. It's saying -4. I think it's a bit colder than that with the wind, probably closer to -10. The heating is on. We're going to take it up to a cool charging site up in Laval, very cool charging site. And just on a bit of a road test. So we'll see you at the next stop. So far my impressions compared to the front-wheel drive version is that this 2024, it's a completely different car. By moving drive to the back, I would assume they increased the steering angle up front. The turning radius on it is absolutely fantastic. The handling is much sharper, I find now. It's almost like they did make some suspension changes. The turn-in is great. The power is something else. I always found the old car to be a bit underpowered for what it was, for its size and weight. But this new car, it absolutely has zero power issues. Like now this is a proper Model 3 competitor in terms of handling and acceleration. It's absolutely fantastic. I am so far very impressed with this car in the about 20 kilometers I've driven it already. As I've mentioned, plenty of power, plenty of torque, very quiet in here, as you can tell on the film. So we're just heading up now, up on some country roads. Like I said, the time with this car is very limited, so we have to make the best of it. I've always did enjoy about the Polestar 2 was just how solid it felt on the highway. We're driving at about 110 kilometers an hour now, and it's absolutely rock solid. No floating around, no when you hit a bump, the car wants to change lanes. That's one thing. The driving dynamics of this car have always been good. As I mentioned previously, I always felt the original version was underpowered because most people will be buying the base model of this car. So by adding more power, a larger battery, moving drive to the back, which I think made the biggest difference on this car. Yes, the price might have increased a bit, but you get so much more value for your money where you have to overlook that slight price increase because you can't put I always say you can't put a price on performance. Most people don't need 300 horsepower, but it's sure nice to have, and you sure wouldn't give it up. right, so we just got back on the highway now. We're gonna give it a little acceleration test here. No problems accelerating whatsoever. This car has been so refined now. We're heading to the charging site now. It says we should arrive 11% state of charge. It's been like back and forth between like 10, 12, 13, 14, then back down to 12. So we'll arrive with plenty of juice. I wanted to get it down as much as I could. That's why I kind of went on that loop where we went up to, we drove from Point Claire, we drove up to Rosemere. I kind of wanted to get it down because I really want to hit that charger. Nice warm battery, low state of charge, really ramp up that charging curve and just sit there riding the curve. So we should be there shortly. We should be there in about 10 minutes, it's saying. Yeah, so far so good in here. This is, I know I keep saying this, but this is quite a refined car. Over the outgoing model, they really either listened to their customer base or they had enough data to refine this car where it's actually quite good. Like good enough to the point where I would buy it. I know I said in the previous video that I wasn't too sure if I would buy it, but this model, absolutely, 100% I would buy this car. This is an absolutely fantastic car. I am so impressed. I don't always get it wrong, but I kind of went into this not knowing if I would like this car again or what the improvements were, but no, I'm very, very, very impressed. And we're gonna try to full send it into this corner. Clip there. This RAV4 is going to get in the way, and we'll just let off the gas here. But no, very stable through the corners, actually quite stable through the corners. It looks like there's an Ioniq 5 behind us. Very stable through the corners, very flat. Didn't really push it too hard as you saw, but yeah, handling feels great on this car. Okay, so we're just rolling up to the site now. It looks like there's another Polestar heading in as well. We'll see where he's going. We'll pull around to the other side. There's another Polestar up there as well. We'll pull in next to him. But yeah, here we are. Look at that, another Polestar. That's pretty cool. V Electric, this is a test bench site. This is actually made for big rigs or delivery vehicles, but yeah, if one of them shows up, we'll leave. But no, this is a very nice site. Very nice site. There's another Polestar 2 that's about to charge there. This is our car. There's another Polestar 2. These are the dispensers here. We're already pulling 113 kilowatts. It should ramp up as we go higher, as the battery pack warms up and as we get more state of charge. But no, this is a very nice site. I love these connectors. I can't see anything on this cable, unfortunately, but no, this is a cool site. Cool site as usual. Circuit Electric works all the time. They're getting more involved with higher speed charging. So we'll charge up here to 80% and we'll continue on our way. So I'm actually going to stop the charge here. We're gonna go to the Couche-Tard Circle K because I really want to max this car out on charging for this film. Like I said, I think we might be limited here to 500 amps at this site. So we're going to stop the charge and we'll see you again at Couche-Tard Circle K in a few minutes. Nice cables too. I enjoy these cables. All right, so we made it to the Circle K Couche-Tard dispenser. Clearly it was a site limitation issue there because as soon as we plugged in, we started getting 121 kilowatts. So clearly it was a site problem there. I would say maybe 400 or 500 amp site power, maybe. I'll have to look it up. But no, this is where we came now because I really want to do a charging test with this car. But yeah, I should have just come here in the first place because these ABB Terra 184s are is what I call the big boys. These are very nice sites at Couche-Tard Circle K. So we'll charge up here, and what the charging curve is like on this car. I guess it's 155, 160 peak. I should have looked it up before like I said, I'm not too sure what the charging curve is here. So maybe it ramps up really slowly, hits the peak for a while, and then starts really tapering down fast. If someone could tell me what the curve is like on this car, or have a link to the curve, I would really appreciate it. We're chugging along now at 125 kilowatts, which is about what I expected. It's pretty cold outside. We're almost at 50% state of charge. So I really want to do a charging test. But yeah, this actually kind of worked out good, trying out 2 sites, because these Circle K ones, Couche-Tard, Terra Wendy 4 is probably one of the best apps I've used. Instant activation, no nonsense. 3 or 4 levels of authentication and signing in. Plug the car in, swipe the app, instantly starts charging. Very nice setup here. We are getting more of these. They're actually opening one up near my house, a similar setup. So we'll charge up here, and we'll continue on our way. Okay, so we're at 81% state of charge. We're gonna unplug now. We're gonna stop the charge. Hold on, I think we have to do it through here. Charge here. We'll do that. All right, so we're gonna stop the charge now. We're gonna get out. There's a guy in a Prius Prime that's blocking a spot. I have no idea why he's doing that, but that's pretty common. So the charge is finished. 26 minutes, we got 38.3 kilowatt hours. So we're going to unplug. These are REMA handles here. We'll unplug, we'll put it back. But yeah, this is a very nice site. As I said, there's a guy in a Prius Prime blocking up a stall. I have no idea why. So we'll put this back in, and we'll continue on our way. That's our review of the 2024 Polestar 2 rear-wheel drive. You know, coming into this video, I was a bit skeptical. They didn't change the car all that much, but no, they absolutely did. Compared to what we drove last week in France, this is actually an entirely different car. There was a lot of heavy engineering work that went into this car, not just in terms of setting up the front end, having the motor in back, having a rear bias. You could tell that they actually listened to their customers and possibly their engineering department. Like I said, you could definitely feel the difference between both cars if you drive them back to back, as we did. I said last week, I'm not too sure if I would buy a Polestar 2, but after driving the updated model, this 2024, I absolutely would buy this car. This is a fantastic car. To me, the biggest difference was the rear drive bias, but also including a lot more horsepower with the car, slightly bigger battery as well. Yes, the price did go up, as I mentioned, but sometimes it's worth paying more to have those updates. Just the extra power, just the refinedness of the car makes it worth it. So I would definitely recommend this as a buy. And again, this is something that I would buy. It was that enjoyable. I really enjoyed the few hours we had with this car. I wish I could bring you a longer video, but we're very time constrained. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue to keep bringing you great content. Have a good day.